Hello, chat. Whenever this loads. Any day now. There we go. Tell me, chat, have you ever had some familiarity for somewhere you've never been? Welcome to Scarlet Hollow, a game that I've been very excited about for a while. Made, if you couldn't already tell, by the creators of Slay the Princess. And if you haven't heard me on all my other streams, and my Twitter and Blue Sky and more, I've been non-stop advertising these people. Because damn, Slay the Princess was that good. And they went ahead and made a massive update for it, called the Pristine Cut, which was a total overhaul of the game, making it like more than twice the size it originally was, while adding new art, new music, new choices, new dialogue, basically new everything. Well, this is a funny little game they made before Slay the Princess, and it turns out they've gone ahead and made a very similar sort of update for this one. Turns out they made a huge overhaul to Scarlet Hollow that, much in the same vein as the Pristine Cut, adds a whole bunch of new content. And I'm quite excited because this is the first time I'm going to be playing this. I've seen basically nothing. I looked at it on Steam and that's about it. And I've seen what little the devs have posted on their social media. But yeah, I know this is a horror game, and it did give me a warning, very similar to Slay the Princess, saying that this is a horror game, not intended for all audiences. It also said welcome home, so, you know. But yeah. Hello, Tommy. Hi. How am I? I am doing fantastic. Oh, I should probably say, sorry I'm a little late, everyone. I was doing a little bit of spray painting. A little bit of graffiti, if you will. It's not really graffiti if it's on your own property, but you know, I was spray painting my jacket, which is a project I've been working on for a little while. That is a bit more than I was expecting. But yeah, like vandalism. It's not, again, not vandalism if it's your own property, but I'm hoping it'll turn out well. I'm apprehensive. I think I've done as much preparation as I can. I've done as much testing as I can with it. I've made a stencil. I've tested the stencil. And then I used it and it didn't work as well as I was hoping. But it's just the first coat, so we're gonna see how it goes. But yeah. Hi Mariona. Hello. Hello. Welcome in. Anyway, enough chatter about my jacket and my spray paint. Let's get into it, shall we? I am very excited for this. And I have no idea what we're getting ourselves into. My name? I could go very simple and say that it's Sherry. That's pretty fitting, right? Or I could pick a cool, new, spooky name. No, let's just go with Sherry. I live in the city of... Oh, that's a tricky one. I'm not giving your actual city. You could say that it's Project as well. I don't... That's not actually my name, believe it or not. That's more of a title than anything. I'm not gonna put my actual city. City of Project? No. So here's the funky part. I don't know. This is kind of loud at times. Like, it's not loud enough at other times, and then it's too loud other times. I might need to turn it down. I don't have any. City of... Okay. Interesting. Interesting first chat message right there. Cool. I don't think that's a city. The city of Detroit. No, I don't have a name for it. Shit. That's something I gotta think on. City of Projectian. Let's just pick, you know what, let's pick a nice town near me. You know, I love Whitby. Whitby is, I mean, it's not that near, but I love Whitby. It's a lovely town, and there's a lovely song called Whitby Lad, which is very cool. It's like a, kind of like a shanty or like a folk song. Very nice. And this is a fun place to go, and I recommend it for anyone who has never been there. It's very lovely. But it's not my town, for the record. Before anyone thinks, oh my god, that's where Sherry's from. I can pin down your exact location. That's not where I come from. Oh, I can choose male, female, or intersex. Or non-binary. Either or. Well, I suppose it doesn't have to be. Triangulate my location. I'm sure there's ways of doing that, but I'd prefer they didn't. God, this background certainly looks a little familiar, don't you think? Which do I want? Do I want to be a she-her? Or do I want to be a they-them? I think I'm gonna go she-her, but that's very tempting. And I'm glad that option exists. Ooh, I got things. Peppers and Hills, the pinnacle of fitment, imposing presence that commands the room. A meaner hook. Cool. Mystical, strange and unusual. You see the threads of reality in that others cannot. Like that one. Talk to animals. You can talk to animals. Animals can talk to you. A gift and a curse. I can talk to Frou-Frou. Oh. You're street smart. Good at lying and hard to lie to. Fast talker. You can read people and read the room. No door can hold you. Hot. Extremely good looking. A natural flirt. People like you because you're... Probably because you're a good person. I mean, if that isn't me in real life. Book smart, well-read and rational. There's a wealth of esoteric knowledge and no one to use it. Talented researcher. Observant with a knack for picking up small details. Empathetic. Ooh. I like these two. If I have to pick two, I kind of like these two. But this is tempting. I feel like these would be fun. These would be fun. Book smart and hot. Isn't that just you, Variana? I think I'm gonna go with these. But also, like, it says a gift and a curse, and I kind of feel that, because what if I talk to Frou-Frou, and Frou-Frou is not nice to me, and then I'll be sad. I'm definitely picking mystical, though. That's so me. That is so me. I am very mystical. And... do we want to talk to animals? I feel like it makes sense. I feel like I would like to talk to animals, and it fits with the mystical mode. But also, like, this is good. This is really nice, and I like that it's empathetic. And that's just fun. That's just really fun. I'm gonna pick this. We're doing a mystical run. I can always replay the game and try other ones. We're doing mystical, can talk to animals. We're gonna be like a witchy bitch, okay? Well, we're not gonna be that bitch, but you know. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that have come before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops in seedy despots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Pearl Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Mystical. But it was always more than just the social pressure of the invitation that pushed you to accept it. Something has been tugging you back to this place for your entire life. There was no choice to be made. You were always going to find your way here. But when your cousin called, you knew what had to be done. Let me just turn the music down for a moment. Music volume down there. Please stop blasting. You can go down there. Let's do that. Yeah? Yeah. And now, at the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying... Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours. talking at you without pause, and she even stopped when you started to doze off. At first, you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. So, like, I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Wait, what? Are you serious? What's wrong with you? Oh yeah, so chaos, my dude! Why are you talking to me? Okay, there's so many, like, oh my god, I love his shirt. I want to, yeah. What? How do I play this? I think I should be like the cute, nice, witchy type, right? I picked mystical and speak with animals. We should be nice to people, right? Or at least like kind of witchy and cool and mysterious. Maybe we should be like more like gothy and edgy. You know, maybe we go with like this. Like this is tempting. Like the punk in me who's just spray painting a jacket says this one. But like, I feel like this. That feels so accusatory, but I think it's the most gothy. Oh, you know what? Okay. I've got my answer. I have an idea. We're gonna channel our inner Bia from Night in the Woods. We're gonna be like sort of a little bit of like an emo goth babe who's really mystical and likes crystals and shit. Which is kind of also me, but you know, we're gonna channel them. Are you serious? What's wrong with you? Yeah, I was such a shithead back then. I'm still a bit of a shithead, but hey, nobody's nerfect. Whatever the fuck that means. So, like, this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend, and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad and not just playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough she lost her balance and fell to the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. Oh, we had such a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Though, about 5 months ago, she did try to break up with me. Like, for real, and geez, you ever get so mad you just want to, like, kill somebody? Oh my god. I think my punk ass is gonna have a good time replaying this as, like, a strong, hot one. Or strong street smart, I think. Holy, that's gonna be a fun playthrough. And yeah, I kind of feel like killing someone right now, actually. No, not really. Oh yeah, all the time. Never followed through though, of course. I kind of like that one. Why are you telling me this? You don't know me. I've never felt that way in another person. I find it alarming that you have. Smile and pretend you didn't just say this. I kind of like this one. That's fucked up, but I like it. We're channeling our inner goth. We're gonna do witchy shit. And technically, we're not supposed to murder anyone. However, oh yeah, all the time. Never followed through with it, of course. Yeah, totally. Never would. Of course not. Yeah. But I definitely think about it. Sometimes even plan it out. Just, you know, to let off some steam. Would never do anything. Yeah, never. But a person can't help what thoughts they have, right? Huh, I honestly could have killed that woman. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. But I don't know if I'm like into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. Damn, you really are a shithead, huh? Your girlfriend is giving birth right now and you're thinking about ditching her to go have fun in New York? That's interesting. Smart move. Get out while you still can. I feel like it's that or the silence. If we're channeling our inner goth, I feel like we go silent for that one. But this one feels like it's gonna have more dialogue. Let's do that. your girlfriend is giving birth right now and you're thinking about ditching her to go have fun in New York after she tried to break up with you and you threatened to kill her?
Hey now, I never threatened to kill her.
You just told me.
Okay, maybe over text, just a little. But fatherhood is like scary, dude. Plus her mom is there, so it's not like she's alone. Her mom doesn't like me much, so I'd probably just make things super stressful. She'll understand, she's chill. Anyways, where'd you say you were headed?
Oh, I think. I've never been, but I've felt it like a call at the back of my mind for as long as I can remember. Some things can only be put off for so long. I'm gonna basically choose mystical whenever it shows up, by the way. The young man anxiously shifts in his seat. For one perceptible moment, it's his turn to feel uncomfortable before he catches himself and heartily laughs.
Oh, you must be talking about Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in the mountains. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around, so if you aren't getting off at my stop, you must be headed that way. Almost nobody goes out there. I'm usually alone on the bus by now, though actually...
His lack of teeth concerns me. He, like, is just a gaping abyss sometimes.
I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the Holler, you see, and, like, there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks, but my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while, now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die.
I missed the thing.
This is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you.
Ranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts.
They're boiled peanuts. Got them at a gas station a few buses back. I know you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them around anymore.
Tip: sometimes picking up a dialogue option. Sometimes picking a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. I love boiled peanuts. Take the peanuts, no thanks.
Screw you and screw your peanuts.
I was thinking that. I was asking if I could. I was like wondering if I could say I'm allergic. I'm actually allergic.
Oh, huh. These could probably kill you then, couldn't they? Well, like I said, I'm done carrying them. They're yours.
Oh, thanks, man. The young man sets the peanuts down on the empty seat next to him. The juices dribble out through the bottom of the bag into the upholstery, instantly soaking in peanut brine.
And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend.
You just tried to kill me. And just like that, you're alone. The strangest peanuts soaking to the seat across from you. So hi, Crystal. Hello. You do your best to hold your breath as the bus rattles to your destination.
Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line.
Almost there. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk, though for a small town like this, you're surprised there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. I'm like channeling like 3 different people here, if you can't tell. It's like narrator from Baldur's Gate 3, narrator from Slay the Princess, and like fucking me when I was doing Dredge and doing like the like weird spooky fish. It's like 3 different voices in one. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, picking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Hey, Sherry. You instantly recognize this worn young woman from the few public photos of her on Facebook. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be you. Looks like somebody needs a hug. Give her your condolences, hey Tabitha. I kind of like this as a sarcastic option, but we're channeling our inner god. Moody. I'm gonna be a moody teen. I'll give her my condolence. Sorry for your loss, Tabitha. Yes, great, thank you. Get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Tip: dialogue options can be labeled Explore. Dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact your relationship and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. Like Slay the Princess. Are you holding that? Members of the Dead Moms Club now? Oh, fuck me. That's a little dark. That feels like a great way to put your foot in it. Can't believe we've never actually met. I kind of like that. It's kind of hilarious, but my god, that is not nice. You should not say that to someone who's just lost their mom. How are you holding up? So, like, how are you holding up? Fine. Maybe that ever change? Oh, that's nice. I don't think she wants to talk. I feel like we should say nothing. Like, this is the nice one, and this one feels fitting. But I'm definitely gonna have to do another playthrough. It might be on my own time off stream, but I'll say nothing. Decide it's best not to say anything and respond. I stop putting this in front of me. It's a great line, but it's so mean. So, like, the funeral. It's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. Whole week. Got here a little early. Not planning. Worked out all the details yet. That'll be nice, you know. I'll do it. Since I'm here, need any help planning? I know this stuff isn't easy. It's actually been fine. Just need the coffin and somebody to dig a hole. Can't believe we've never actually met before then. Have your mum to thank for that, or had, I guess. You can feel the same careless cruelty in Tabitha's words that your mother would use when she talked about Pearl Ann and the old Scarlet. The wound that tore your family apart runs deep enough and bled through the generation. Ooh. Sound like my mother right now. She hated this side of the family so much. You don't have to become her parents. There are things in life we get to choose. Look at that face, Jesus, girl. And she chose to leave. Alright, I love this one, but I'm not gonna say it. It feels too mean. Decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. And though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to cramped apartments in Grey City. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you. A jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it, perched on a crumbling side, you can't help but feel like it's something that had been left to rot a long, long time ago. That really doesn't seem safe on that cliffside. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobweb. You hear doors creak on their hinges, and aches and moans of ancient floorboard. The house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering around anywhere else if you value your limbs. Floors have been known to give out. You know what's good for you? You'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. Leave your bags here for the time being. I'm gonna step on so many broken floorboards. I'm probably gonna die. Live here. Beautiful. It's beautiful and clean. Falling apart. Thought you'll... I like it. It's beautiful. It is. The estate was the prize jewel of this region for a long time. It's quite a magnificent piece of architecture, even now. Let's just get the tour over with. Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her step. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in, does the cleaning. Her name's Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her, as she'll talk your ear off. You need any food? There's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. I'm allergic to peanuts, though. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limit. Oh, and you can also access the garden through it, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Yep, some explore, but wait, can prevent you taking others. Choose carefully. Someone cleans this place? Said someone. Cleans this place? Have you ever actually seen that happen? Or did the person just say it and leave? This is so nice. Nice. Perfect. Actually allergic to peanuts. That is true. Somewhere to buy my own food. What if I want ice cream? I'm still allergic to peanuts. I'm actually allergic to peanuts. Then I guess you'll just be having plain old regular J's. Fro! Oh my god, look at them! Or you can deal with your own food while you're in town. I don't care which. Is there somewhere in town to buy food? I want to eat something other than jelly sandwiches. Is there somewhere in town I can get groceries? Well, aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store, and also a diner. Usually order my food in bulk online though, so I wouldn't be going with you. Very folksy, but I'm your guest. Actually didn't have a budget for groceries this week. Sweet things. Very folksy. How folksy? Is it? It's a store that fulfills your general shopping need. General store describes what it is. I think my gothy ass would kind of like this old, spooky, rundown house. So, as enthusiastic as this is, I think it's kind of fitting. This is so nice. It's much bigger than what I'm used to in the city. Is that a kitchen island? Okay, that's less what I was going for, but it is. Thank you. What if I want ice cream? That's my only option left. And like, what if I want ice cream? Then you can buy yourself some at the general store. If you touch my stash, I will know. There will be consequences. Alright, what's next? Bathroom, follow me. You know, it's weird that it said voices in voice volume. But there's no voice acting. It's been hours since Two of you leave the kitchen. I spy a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Dr. Reynolds approach the cat. Insert skeleton meme of like casually approach child. Don't try to pet Fro. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Ne me parle pas. You don't speak, you say. Sorry, I don't speak French. Hey, but can I pet you? Do I ever bother talking to cat? Aw. I do speak a little French, actually. Okay, but can I pet you? Another filthy American sticking their business where it doesn't belong. No, you may not pet me. I would sooner smear myself with sewage than be touched by your filthy ape hands. No, Frau is mean. Oh no. My heart. Frau is mean to me. Stop wasting my time. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Stop wasting my time. Let's finish the tour. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floor. Guest bathroom. Not much to show, it's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. It's a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. Are you sure this toilet works? Worst bathroom I've seen. What a nice... I don't know. Wait, are you sure this toilet works? Yes. Why wouldn't it? Water bills get paid, therefore toilet works. Now do your business so we can move on. Oh, crusty. Okay. That's spirit. Who exactly uses this bathroom? She's gonna say guests, I know it. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Guests. I fucking knew it. Oh my god. Alright. Lift the toilet seat. Oh. Damn, fellas, the jig is up! I can talk to bugs as well, that's great. Bugs skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. Could actually use the facilities. Suppose I will use the facilities. The toilet is the toilet. Sure, it could be cleaner, but your business needs doing, and this is as good a place as any. You do what you must, and rejoin your cousin out in the hall. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour, follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer, before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about our kid to get her to do it, and you better be grateful. An unmistakable stain coats this room. Someone has died here. No, people have died here. Closet's full of old... Oh my god, what did I just say? The closet's full of old family stuff, so can't hang your clothes up. But you can use the dresser, it should be empty. They've died here, haven't they? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Obviously people have died here. It's great, way nicer than what I'm used to. Dumb seems dusty. Who used to sleep here? Good question. Who used to sleep here? Like I said, this house is almost 150 years old. Many people have slept here. And now, you'll sleep here. carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. Guess I'll start to get settled. Follow me, I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties. You'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Yep, some dialogue options will open additional conversation paths. Right away and others down the line. Going, what am I supposed to do while you're gone? You can't take the day off? Did I do something wrong? You're acting all pissed off that I actually can't. What's wrong? Oof, that's a little... I feel like that's setting us off on the wrong foot. Be sure it's okay? I mean, no place now. Where are you going? Wait, where are you going? To work. Somebody has to pay the bills around here. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mom. Requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate if you didn't keep me for long. Oh, we owned a coal mine. Can I come watch? Aw, that's kind of cute. But it's probably pretty boring to watch. Impressive and exciting. Sounds pretty boring. It does. Think about things you could be doing with your life that might be... Aw, that's kind of sad. Aw. Most ethically and physically vile jobs on the planet. Hashtag girl. Oh my god, I love these options. I mean, I feel like the we in this is gonna get called out because me and my mom left. That's not gonna happen. This is boring. That's... I mean, she might actually agree with that one. This one feels a little bit mean. So does that, but I kind of like it more. It feels less mean to her and more just to the job itself. That's also mean. That's kind of woke, but you know, I kind of like it. Or hashtag girl boss. Not picking hashtag girl boss is crazy. I don't think I'm gonna pick hashtag girl boss, believe it or not. I think my punk ass run will probably pick this one. However, I think like that's kind of sad. Some of us don't get to let whatever... Oh, sorry. Some of us don't get to let whether or not something is sad influence us. Some of us had to stick around and keep the family business from crumbling, keep this town from crumbling. Some of us had to temper our expectations for how our lives are gonna go. There's a simple satisfaction in getting a task done, and that's all I need. Do whatever it is you want to do while I'm gone. Don't do anything dumb or dangerous, not while I'm responsible for you. Sure you're okay? I mean, her mom died? Probably not, but you know. Are you sure you're doing okay? You seem kind of upset. I'm fine. Just need to get back to work. Bye. I'll be nice. You can go. Decide to let Tabitha leave for work. We all set then? See you tonight. Your cousin leaves through the front door. And now it's just you. You in this sprawling, decrepit state. Sorry, as I play a game that makes me talk, like, all the time, I am learning that I'm still not 100% recovered from that, like, cold or whatever I had. That's fun. So if you hear me pausing, I'm either... Well, hear me pausing? If I suddenly pause, I'm either coughing or taking a drink. If I turn this way, I'm coughing. If I turn that way, I'm drinking. There you go. For example. Jelly sandwich sounds great right now. Settle into your room or go straight for the forbidden wings of the estate. Are we gonna get ourselves killed immediately? We're gonna get ourselves killed immediately. With Tabitha gone, there's no one stopping you from going into the forbidden wings of the estate. Except for the locks and chains sealing them shut. I'll settle into my room. Maybe there's ghosts there. Now that your cousin is gone, the aches and pains of your journey sink into your bones. You stumble back up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance to your room. A closet. Ooh, hello, friend. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in a dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in you. Up the doll, yeah, obviously. Hi? Of course you're sharing the room with a creepy doll. You pick it up to examine it more closely. Its foot reads, property of Alexandra. No need to carry this around with you. You close the closet behind you. I'm gonna look at the painting. I'm gonna look at everything that's gonna be haunted. This must be an older relative of yours, judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you'd barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet. Time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. Let's look out the window. Ooh, cool statues. It's a little weird though. Why is there stairs to nothing? I can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd definitely get out there with a shovel and some gardening tools and whip it into shape. You'd go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiary, and do whatever you needed to do, turn it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a little floral tea while enjoying the birdsong. Yes, you definitely do that. Just not right now. Okay, let's put our clothes. A friend! You drag your suitcase over the dresser and open the bottom drawer. A possum lurks within. It's quiet but angry. Oh, that's weird. They put an opossum, and now you can spell possum with an O, but normally that O isn't even pronounced. You normally just say possum. So putting an before possum doesn't make sense. When written down, an works great before a possum because there's a vowel. When spoken aloud, you just say a possum. You don't say an opossum. That's weird. I guess you should just write a possum then. Wow. Anyway, it is quiet but angry. Hi, sweetheart. Are you gonna be more friendly than Frau Frau? Afraid! My friend, no hurt. I think that's the best start. My friend, no hurt. Wait, that was... Afraid! What's your name, little guy? I'm Sherry. Dustin? Okay, I'm changing the title from Frau Frau My Beloved to Dustin My Beloved. There you go, Dustin. Frau Frau was mean to me, you're my new best friend. Congratulations! Brushing your clothes into a nest, that's cute. Can you tell me about the human who lives here? What human? Helen died. Only one human lives here. Interesting. Friendship with Frau ended? Real. They were never my friend in the first place, and that's so sad. I think there's more humans. I think the possum either sees ghosts or there's secret people. And this might tell me that. But Pelan died. Only one human lives. Dustin not good with me. 2 human live here. Can you tell me about the humans who live here? Okay, Dustin. Can you tell me about the 2 humans who live here? 1 human sad. 1 human scary. The sad human. Wait, no, the scary human. What the hell? Why are they scary? Can you tell me about the scary human? Always watches. Eyes hateful. I'm getting a little scrunky with this voice. Hang on. And the sad human? Cries. Gives Dustin bad sleep. Never mind. Thanks for the help, Dustin. Okay. You know what okay. It's a little bit of Germ from Night in the Woods. And a little bit of, what was their name? What was their name? The one who sits on rooftops and you go to the train tracks with. Who's kind of into, like, horror. Can't remember their name off the top of my head. I think it begins with a C. It's a little bit of the voices I did for both of them, plus Scrunky. It's kind of those combined. Lively! Hi! Hello, thank you for the sub! 6 months. Aw. Hi. How you doing, Lively? We're playing Scarlet Hollow. I don't know if you've seen the game, but it's by the people who made Slay the Princess. We're not super far in. We're about an hour in. But yeah, it's going pretty good. Enjoying it. And we just met a new friend called Dustin. What's in the Forbidden Wings? There's a door with a bunch of locks and chains on it. And I don't know what's behind it. Dustin, shiver. Bad place, not safe. Dustin, no visit. Ooh, new friend. Look at him. I love them. So, what you doing in my drawers? Warm, dark. Is it warm? I thought it'd be pretty cool, actually. Cold. I'll put a nest. Sure, my clothes are gonna smell like possum, but I'll do that. Fashion your clothes into a nest. Aww. I don't know what that word is, but I made a cozy nest for a fuzzy friend. I got an achievement. Poor thing. You look cold in there. You gently lay your clothes on top of the creature, arranging them in nets. Justin closes his mouth, somewhat more at ease than before, and looks up at you with his shiny black eye. Human is kind to Dustin. Dustin will remember this. Fucking Telltale pops up. You close the drawer, satisfied with yourself for a job well done. I guess I could take a nap. I was on like 20 odd hours of buses. I just want to stop by and say hi while you're on your short break. What the break? I want to clean up from moving stuff and halfway there now? Okay, well thanks for stopping by. Good luck with cleaning stuff up. I was doing stuff today as well. I was spray painting a jacket. I talked a little about it earlier. And I was slightly late for stream because of it, but it's fine. And I'm probably going to continue doing that after stream. Take a nap. You've earned it. You immediately collapse onto the bed. You're tired enough that being alone in a strange new place won't stop you from passing out. Or so you thought. You cough as a small cloud of dust rises up from the mattress. These sheets might be fresh, but everything beneath them might have been around to see the dawn of civilization. You try to settle in, but the bed is lumpy in strange places. You can feel the springs pressing. You might be tired, but you're far from tired enough to get more than a few minutes of uncomfortable napping. That's enough. Am I ready for tomorrow for a repo? Yeah, sure. That'll be fun. It doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. I guess I'll have a jelly sandwich and hope the bread isn't moldy. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient. A jelly sandwich sounds exactly like what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. Approach Frau Frau. I don't think Frau Frau is going to be very nice to me at this time, but maybe we can start building bridges. Frau Frau hisses at you as you draw near and remains firmly in place. You might want to talk to me, but I don't want to talk to you. Go away! Wonder if they know Dustin. They probably attack Dustin. Dustin says there's more than one person living now. Oh, may have piqued his interest. Her interest. Ugh, you talk to that disgusting little rat who lives in this house is none of your concern. Do you like living here? So, do you like living here? I despise small talk. Can you tell me about my aunt? Can you tell me about Pearl Ann? I never knew my aunt. She's dead. Don't waste my time on corpses. You won't take the hint. I suppose I'll have to take things into my own hands. Frau Frau lunges at your hand and bites you hard. You back away. Aww, that's mean. Yeah, Frau Frau. I do kind of want to check the garden. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you venturing deeper? Explore. You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out. Oh, but that's it? That's all? I mean, it's pretty, but that's it. Scarlet. Can't look at anything? Can't interact with it? You head inside and close the door behind you. I suppose we should search the fridge. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped to the door, reading "Janie, stay out" in all caps. Below it, in separate handwriting, are the words "Okie dokie." You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. We'll take out mayonnaise. I don't need ice cream. I shouldn't touch the ice cream. I was very much told not to touch the ice cream. I'll take the jelly. At least this lasts for like forever. Oh, it's grape flavor. Wait a sec. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking its expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. It was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. There's enough jars there that I don't think it's getting used. But there's a lot of ice cream. Like a lot. All you need now is a plate, a knife, and some bread. Better close this fridge and keep looking. You return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Pantry? That did have bread, right? A lot of bread. Tabitha loves some mac and cheese. Take bread. You know, I've said twice that I'm allergic to peanuts. I don't know if I actually am. I could just be lying to people. I could take peanut. I do wonder, like, okay, if I say it, will the game, like, take that as a fact and go, you're allergic to peanut butter. If you eat peanut, you will die. Or will it be like, and then you lied? You weren't actually allergic? I'm just gonna take bread. I'm gonna stick with the I'm allergic to peanut. You pick up one of the non-mobile bread. Great. One step closer to a satisfying snack. The only things you need now are a plate and a knife. You close the pantry door as best you can and turn back to the rest of the kitchen. Search the cabinet. This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware and, oddly enough, the utensil. Grab a plate and a butter knife. Examine the mug. Shot glass. Examine the shot glass. Survived Deb's 50th. It reads, I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Pearl Ann's. It wasn't from her 50th. From the few stories you'd heard from your mom, Pearl Ann wasn't the type to have bitchy friends who give out themed shot glasses for their birthday. I was blown away at Bowling Rock, North Carolina. It reads, I was blown away at Blowing Rock, North Carolina. Blowing Rock, bowling. So, your aunt and cousin actually traveled sometime, even if it was only a few hours from the estate. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. It might be nice to see the local sights before heading home. Alright. Grab these. You grab a plate and a butter knife. This is the last ingredient you needed to make your jelly sandwich. Time to get to work. Why would I grab a bowl? You close the cabinet and look back to the rest of the kitchen. I could grab all this and then be like, actually no. Make that jelly sandwich. Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you've successfully combined your two ingredients to make a jelly sandwich. Congratulations, you can feed yourself. A job well done. Cooking by the book, follow the recipe. All of that hassle, it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. I'm done here. Congratulations, you've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? Let's head to town. There's not much left for you to do here, then head out and explore the town. You do just that. Urban Explorer, explore every room in the estate before going to town in episode 1. If you'd known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you'd probably have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between you two, bury some of the tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. Continue down the path. It's very pretty out here. Continue down the path. Finally, you've made it back to town. The holler, as that guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked, and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane, and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Hello. A new friend. Gretchen, come back, quit bothering stranger. Why, I do declare, who is this stranger? Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. Oh my god, you're cute. It's nice to meet you, Gretchen. I'm Sherry. Oh my, I can't remember the last time I met a newcomer. Oh god, let me try that again. My oh my, I can't remember the last time I met a newcomer who's so wonderfully polite. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. That's a funny way to introduce yourself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks. Sorry, a new crop of coal folks. But you don't look dusty enough for that. Bless you. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Yep. Maybe I'm never. Yep. Just got into town today. Well, I didn't think there would be anyone else coming. You staying with Tabby? How's she holding up? Upon mention of your cousin, Gretchen mutters under her breath. One of these days I'll get that tablet. I haven't seen her since Perlam passed, or a while before that, now that I think about it. Say Tabby, I can't imagine Tabitha ever going to some extent. I feel like whoever I met today isn't the real Tabitha, just a mask she wears. That's so true, really. I feel like whoever I met today wasn't the real Tabitha, just a mask she wears. I hope that's a metaphorical mask you're talking about. To tell you the truth, she's always been a little rough around the edges, but most people don't really catch on to that. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. Are you two friends? I was probably closer than most people have got to being gotten to being able to call her a friend. School here is really small, so everyone had to at least get along with everyone else. She was a grade ahead of me, but everyone knew her, especially since she was a Scarlet. We wound up bonding a bit when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. I haven't seen that girl and her horrible little cat since I was middle-aged. Aw, Frau. You're right, Frau is pretty horrible. Oh, before it slipped— no, wrong. My oh my. Oh, before it slips my mind, if you're staying up at that spooky old mansion, you must have met the Frau. How does that monster fare? Oh, is Gretchen speaking, not her? I don't know if she called the cat horrible or if Gretchen did. I think Gretchen might have. Oops. She might think she's much better than... I will get her to let me pet her, even if it's the last thing I do. Sounds like you two have a history. Fortunately, yet I haven't met Frau. I kinda want to pet her. Yeah, I've met Frau. She might think she's so much better than me, but I will get her to let me pet her, even if it's the last thing I do. Oh, wait, what? Are you messing with me? You can't actually talk to my dog, right? Yes, this is a joke. I cannot talk to him. Alas, you've discovered my dark and terrible secret. I'll say nothing. I feel like saying nothing is, like, the option I would really choose, but I kind of like this. It plays off as a joke. But this is the most gothy one, you know? No, this. Alas, you've discovered my dark and terrible secret. I can talk to animals, and animals can talk to me. Your dog sounds like a southern belle when she talks. Yeah, of course you're joking. You and Stella remain silent. Well, sorry. You and Stella maintain silent, awkward eye contact. Well, next time you see that devil, please send my regards. And do let her know that not only do I still draw breath, but I very much still plan to outlive her. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for coffee. I've got amazing biscuits. My treat. Her treat? Ale? Turn around!
around and leave without saying no. No. Hell yeah.
Biscuits, your treat. Hell yeah. Awesome, let's go.
Can I seduce this woman?
The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, this diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. Interesting people in here. He looks depressed. He looks like he doesn't want to be talked to. He looks... Old cop. All cops are bastards. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. What are you looking at? Quietly slide to the nearest booth. I'm just gonna stare back, you know? I'm sure, cute girl will say something. Stella? We silently stare at the patrons, unsure of what to say, or perhaps unwilling to break the silence. Hey, this is Tabitha's cousin. She just got into town for the funeral. I'm showing her around. Stella moves to the nearest booth, and you quickly follow. Oh, they're talking about me. Look at them. No need to be nervous, you know. They won't bite. What advice do I do for this person? They look pretty queer. They look kind of fruity, and I'm here for it. How do I do a fucking, like... I don't know how to do, like, a queer, hip black man's voice. So, we're gonna find out what the hell I end up with. Hey, Estella. Went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. That is not what I was... Yeah, sure. They quietly place a cup of coffee in front of Stella. Wasn't there a guy like this in Dream Daddy? And here's some bacon for a little late. For me? For me? Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. You hit the H button on your keyboard to hide the text. Oh, that's nice. You can look at it. She's cute, and look at the way she's looking at me. Anything for you? My name's Avery. I'll be taking care of you today. Isn't bacon bad for dogs? Aw, she's not happy with that. You deny me my pleasure. What is and isn't good food for the lady's health is none of your business. The dogs love bacon. I've seen her to a face like that. Gretchen's like one of those 110-year-old ladies who has a daily glass of wine her whole life. So, why stop now? Maybe it's been the secret to her longevity. Anyway, don't worry. I always keep an eye on her diet. I feel like I chose the wrong option. They all stared at me judgmentally. I gotta go in a sec. Want anything while I'm still here? Have one of everything, please and thank you. No, I'm not gonna fucking take... I'm not gonna take advantage of it. Biscuit and a coffee will do. I don't actually like coffee. Maybe just a biscuit. I'll have a biscuit, please. I heard they're really good. Best in the country. Oh, and sorry for your loss. Before you have a chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyway, funeral's not till Sunday, right? Gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. She keeps giving me the eyes, and I kind of like it. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it once a month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. It'll be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. Potluck like a church thing? Cool, sounds neat. Not if that's sticking out. I'm curious, is that like a church thing? Potluck? Like a church thing? Would it be weird for me to come if I'm not a member? No. Sunday thing is coincidental. It's actually hosted by the library. Not so many people go to church around here, if I'm being honest. Isn't this like the rural South? Get that? That's a shame.
Hell yeah, religion sucks.
I don't know, she's looking somberly. I think she likes church. I get that. I'm not of the church-going persuasion myself. Oh no, she isn't. Okay. Good to know. Same for me. Whatever feelings some folks get in the church, I think that must be the feeling I get when I look up in the sky on a night hike. Feeling of peace and wholeness. But that's not to say we're in a town of heathens or anything like that. Plenty of God-fearing folks around. You just not friends with the church. Well, the building's okay, but the pastor's another story. There's something a little off about the guy, a little creepy. You'll get what I mean if you ever meet him. And unfortunately, you probably will. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? Oh, by the way, chatterinos. Is the volume okay? Because I notice when I'm talking sometimes, the bar's only going about halfway up. So I don't know if I'm too quiet or anything. I can boost it if it's quiet. Just let me know. We just met. I don't have to tell you all. Just spending my time trying to help Tabitha, but with how quickly she ran upstairs, I'm not sure. Schedule. What I kind of support her through this? Aw. Yeah, honestly, this one. I never seemed to be spending my time trying to help Tabitha, but how quickly she ran off today, I'm not sure that's enough for a full schedule. That's really sweet of you, but you're right. That'll definitely leave you plenty of time to kill. You thought about exploring the local trails at all? I'm usually there for a few nights a week at my job. I'd be pretty happy to show you around. Let's go. Oh, hey! Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Turn the music down a tiny bit more, but otherwise it's fine. Can do. How's about there? It does get pretty loud. Is there nothing else coming for me? Gosh, if I had known that plate of bacon would be my main and only course, then I would have waited before digging in. Here's your biscuit. Winnie says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. Thanks, looks great. You didn't have to do that. Do I look like a charity cake? I'll be nice. You didn't have to do that. No worries. Hope you enjoy. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. Nearly crumbles at your tongue. A warmth emanates from its surface. You don't even need to taste it to know that it is good. Divinity given buttery form. I like how that's a mystical thing. I mystically sense the biscuit is good. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth, as if it were nothing but a butter spent in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. I've had better. Well, this is the best biscuit I ever had, but that's not saying much. This is the best biscuit you've ever had, but you're not too big on biscuits in general. I don't think I actually like biscuits. Like, I know this is a really good biscuit, and I'd eat it again, but if this is the best in the world that a biscuit has to wait. But if this is the best the world of biscuits has to offer, consider me unimpressed. That's not what I meant! No! I didn't mean it like that. I didn't want to insult it. I didn't want to be like, oh, I mean, it's fine, but like, I don't like biscuit. It was just, I just wanted to be like, I've not had many biscuits. You know? Like, goddamn, can I go back? I can't go back. I can't undo choices. However, I really wish I could. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't want to be mean about it. I just wanted to be like, I haven't had many biscuits, so I don't know much. I didn't want to be like, I don't like biscuits. I'm unimpressed. Oh, sorry to hear that. Reach your own, I guess. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, Stella mentioned she's famous? Avery, I'm not famous. You're the only person I know who's been on the news. If that's not famous, then I don't know what is. Stella sigh. I'm a YouTuber. Should we marry her, chat? Like, hello. I'm a streamer. I've made YouTube videos. I have a YouTube account. I really should add it more. Want to help me with that? God, she's a YouTuber. Also, the fucking like hashtag girlboss and YouTuber and Facebook is kind of weird. It's like such a fictional story, and then there's just like really like weird modern shit thrown in. Feels weird. It's like someone mentioning Coca-Cola or something, or Amazon. Like, what kind of videos do you? Wow, that's rad. How does that make you money? Ugh, you and everyone else. I mean, I'm curious, like, what kind of videos she does, but I also want to be like, that's rad. Yeah, maybe she'll just tell me. Wow, that's rad. Never met a YouTuber before. Love to check out your channel at some point. Oh god, oh god, this is the thing. If you tell anyone you're like a streamer or a YouTuber, it's always like, wow, that's cool, I'd love to check it out at some point. And then they never do. Or they actually want to, and you don't want them to. It's like, it's embarrassing and awkward. Nothing much, pays the bills, but it's mainly a passion project, you know? She's selling herself short, Sherry. That stuff is amazing. She hunts cryptids. Oh my god, I love her. A new wife unlocked. I think the best video to start with would be the river one. You know, the controversial one. Ha, yeah. The Catawba River runner. Didn't expect much out of the footage at the time, but it really wound up doing numbers.
Shit, they're doing numbers.
So, the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known for a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go in. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Bella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I've also had people saying it was a dog or a capybara that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. Freaking capybara! It was a mountain lion. I could smell its stink from miles away. I'm still not sure what it was. I'm the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. It's a mountain lion. Or Gretchen thinks it's a mountain lion. I'm gonna say that. Decided to share Gretchen's insight with Stella and Avery. Gretchen seems to think it's a mountain lion. Haha, very funny. You might have gotten me earlier, but I'm onto you. You're not gonna trick me into thinking you can talk to my... As for your theory, no way. It is absolutely not a mountain lion. There are no mountain lions this far east. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion about Jack Squat. And there's no reason everyone's swimming in the river like this. They're not fans of water. And the body is too long. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. I love capybaras. Always people keeping those things as exotic pets. And kind of a sewer gator type situation. What? Yeah, exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free and now it will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video. I was wondering if maybe you want to come along? Pretty easy one this week. Wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. Gonna go after the... Yes! Hell yes! Wait, no spoilers. I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends anyway. See y'all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after the skunk, eh? A skunk? Oh my god. Ooh, stinky. What's a skunk, eh? Isn't that just the worst bit of Bigfoot? Interesting, interesting. Tell me more. Well, it's kind of like Bigfoot, only smellier. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida. But while I was doing my research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to talk about hell yes? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkened sky, that sort of thing. Depends, you gonna be there, Gretchen? I mean, I wanna ask Gretchen, but like my answer is absolutely. Follow a girl, I mean, hell no. I'm saying absolutely. This is tempting, but like absolutely. Absolutely, I'd love to go. Great. It's been a while since I've had anyone there besides Gretchen with me. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple of buddies of mine back in middle school. They'll be kind of like a blast from the past. I miss those two. Our videos were terrible. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with it. Get the old gang back together. Though I guess Anika has to close out General Star tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out with Hey, it's up for it. Mind if I make a quick call? I would rather go just you, me, and Gretchen, but sure. Stella pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Reese, dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. You want me to come by, or... Okay, you're really sure, but if you change your mind... Oh, I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. Met somebody cool in town today. How about this, cousin? I know, yeah, just here for a week. Anyway, we're gonna go look out for a skunk ape. Take the easier trails if that would help. Oh man, that's awful. You take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week. We can have a few more low-key... Sorry, we can have a more low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring her. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Aw. Well, at least we're just going the two of us. Reese. There's always been something off about that boy. I never did like the smell of him. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. He asked you to bring me to his house? Why? He's excited to me. Of course. I think you find most folks in town are. He okay? What's his deal? That sounds a little aggressive, but I'm kind of... Oh, these aren't explore. I'm glad it's just the three of us. Honestly, I'm kind of glad it's just the two of us. Yeah, fair enough. Wait, I said three of us. Why? Hold on. I said three of us. Why is Gretchen looking all sad? Why did it say two? Yeah, fair enough. Scotty and are probably already overloading with that. Sorry about that. Stop by his place sometime this week, though. I think you two would like each other. Be a little rough around the edges, but like in a fun way. I don't know, Gretchen doesn't like him. Anyway, we got a skunk ape to hunt. So, we should probably head off if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on. Let's blow this popsicle stand. Yo, she says the cool thing. That's amazing. I love that saying. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time... Wait. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. Don't leave a tip. You didn't even spend any money. You can't afford to leave a tip. Leave a generous tip or leave a tip. I feel like I can't afford to leave a tip. But I'll leave a tip. Why not? This is America. Everyone loves a tip. Everyone loves a tip. Everyone leaves a tip. It's like mandatory. You reach out into your pockets and pull out a single crumpled dollar bill and a quarter. As long as you don't get sick of jelly sandwiches, your meals will be free while you're here. Share the wealth while you got it, you think to yourself. You leave the money on the table and follow Stella out the diner. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see a situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. I love that. That's amazing. I want to do this in real life. You feel a sense of foreboding, more alive than you felt in years, strangely calm. I know this is the mystical one, So, like, I should pick it, but, like, I like that I'm strangely calm. Calm? Why do I keep saying stuff with an R? I'm turning into Gretchen. Strangely calm. I mean, this is mystical, but I think this one's more strangely calm. The setting sun paints beautiful colors in the sky. Fresh air fills your lungs, and pleasant songs and crickets trill around you as the night descends. And this is where you're supposed to be, with Stella by her side, a sweet smile on her face, and Gretchen plodding along in front of her, without a care in the world. Yeah, she's lovely. I like how I've immediately imprinted on the first, like, girl I've met in town, and now we're like, yeah, date. Let's go on a date. Let's have a great time together. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. Last summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer. It always finds a way to be so much worse. Oh my god, relatable. Holy shit, I've been saying the same thing. Every winter is like, and it's the coldest winter since 1963. And then every summer is like, the hottest heat wave since 1974. And it's like, how can it be that when you said that last year? Surely it's the last one since, like, 2023, you know? Sorry, the hottest one since 2023. Or 2024. It's nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change. Like, normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. I love her. Oh my god, she has a Mothman t-shirt. She got a Mothman t-shirt and she loves hiking in the woods to, like, film cryptids. I love her. Oh my god. I think I'm easy to please. I think I'm easy to please. Just take me on a nature walk. I will love you. If you're a cute girl and you take me out into the woods, I'm yours. I'm yours. It's that easy. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Things that aren't cryptid, like ghosts, demons, werewolves. Ever had anything happen? Cryptids? I like this one. Ever had anything that isn't a cryptid? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing. Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. Never had much luck though. Especially when it came to ghosts. I'm gonna meet a ghost for sure. I'm like a mystic. I'll find them. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. I love her. 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 Oh my god, I love her. Chat. I love her. Chat. I love her. Chat. She goes hiking in the woods, hunting cryptids, and she goes into, like, abandoned buildings to an urban exploration to hunt ghosts, and she's a YouTuber. And she's so pretty. Oh my god. Chat, I love her. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chat, she's like my girlfriend. Or I suppose my girlfriend to be. And by that I don't mean she's going to be my girlfriend. I mean, I have a girl who may be my girlfriend, and she also likes nature trails and abandoned buildings. I don't know if she's ever hunted a ghost or a cryptid, but it would be fun. I could get her to go ghost. Oh my god. I have a type, chat. I have a type, apparently. Okay. I've learned something about myself. My type is people who do urbex and hiking. Apparently. For spooky things. But nothing ever happened. That was just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky fall. When all said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. Mothman t-shirt. I need to get me a Mothman t-shirt. I need this. I need this. I love this t-shirt. I would use this. It's like a vest one with, like, the low neckline, and it's sort of swooped to one side, and it's got Mothman. This would be such a vibe. I would so wear this. Oh my god. Also, I love how, like, When I start being like, oh my god, chat, I love her, I have a type. I lost like 3 viewers. Y'all can't handle my lesbianism, apparently. Ah. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there, but if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves, I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there actually were people out there who turned into animals, but werewolf lines up pretty well with the great beast genre. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, because if they're really out there, a lot of folks are doomed to eternity in flames. So let's hope all that is just bunk, am I right? What about aliens? I don't care for aliens. Anyway. What's up? Did anything bad ever happened on these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There's that. Aw, Gretchen looks spooked. There's that time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. He was fine. Had some folks in town rig up a pulley to get him out the ravine. It like only took a week or 2 to heal. Oh no, not too bad. Though I guess there was also the time that I was out here and I got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage for what I thought was a family of wampus cats. What is a wampus cat? But I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out that the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running or getting help, Gretchen just sat outside bored to tears. Lassie, she is not. I object to that accusation. I made sure to give those nasty little skunks a piece of my mind. That's what I did. And I kept Stella company, just as she would for me if I decided to hide in a hole for hours. Took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later and I was right as rain. So, could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there's that time I accidentally stumbled into old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everybody sooner or later. I barely got on that. So, yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. Almost got shot. What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here other than cryptid? Other than anything cryptid. Gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer. There's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. That is pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. There's been tons of videos of other deer doing that. I'm not sure it counts as weird anymore. I've never seen that. I thought they had, like, grass. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It's a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage. Grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. Practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. Still stuff from the 50s too, which is super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser. A little souvenir. Yo, she likes old stuff and collects it too. Really expecting to find anything out here? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that stayed hidden from humans long enough to gain mythical reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping out to star on my little YouTube channel? But hey, chances are never 0, right? Do you hear that? Oh. Calm down, Gretchen, you old mutton. Oh, Duke, you rascal. Oh, sorry for getting you spooked, Duke. I thought you were... sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were... some creature of the darkness. Nah, girlie, just old Duke. Now what the hell are you looking for way out here? Gunky. Sorry I asked. Who's this you've suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick, you aren't... There. Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Now both of y'all head back to town, you hear? Best you stay well clear of this area tonight.
I'm out dealing with my own critter. I won't be too appreciative if a couple of fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife.
What are you hunting? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? See anything like that recently?
Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damn camera down.
Oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know, I learned from the best.
That you did, but I've yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. Where you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chunkabungas or what have you.
What's a chunkabunga?
Something's been getting on my chickens. I lost 3 this week. I can't afford to lose many more than that.
Huh. I wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken. I love her. Oh my god.
Now see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no skunk ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you.
Is it a fox? Oh, Duke, you don't think it's...
I do, actually. It's one of those damn mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find any one out of tracking. And I know for a fact that's what's getting into my chicken. Couldn't be anything else.
I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. Hasn't been an actual sighting since the 90s. Those were iffy. It's true, there are mountain lions out here, sure as sin. They pee on all the best trees.
I can't believe you go out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple school-age Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. Made me look like a fool. I read those comments saying people posting on your video.
I'm sorry, Duke, I didn't mean to sick anybody, and I just don't think it's plausible.
You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of these woods at dawn. If you two don't want a face full of buckshot, if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of these woods tonight.
As Duke's words leave his mouth, an existential dread begins to pull at your chest. Something is waiting for you deeper in the woods. Whatever it is, the 4 of you are bound to meet it. It will change you forever. That's ominous. I don't think this night ends well, or there's something waiting for us deep in there. This is gonna encourage her to go in there. This feels like the safer option, but you know. Also, if you find a mountain lion, don't kill it. Yeah, real. They're like nearly extinct. This one. There's something waiting for us deeper in the wood.
Yeah, I know, I'm hunting it.
What if it's not a mountain lion, though? What if it's...
Oh, don't you get started again. If your daddy could hear you now going on about ghouls and goblins, using whatever he taught you to run around these woods like some kind of paranormal investigator. Do you want that to be his legacy, girl? And besides, you know my boy, no? Whoa. Yeah. And besides, you know my boy Bo and me are heading down to the state fair to show off Big Betty this week. We'll be gone days, and the chicken coop might as well have that big all-you-can-eat salad if I don't nip this in the bud tonight. You know how I feel about my chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies.
He's getting more like Gretchen the more I talk.
And you know
Wait, God, that's Stella. And you know I have to put out a video by tomorrow evening. Stella and Duke both root themselves in a stubborn insistence, and the feeling from before begins to... Sorry. As Stella and Duke both root themselves in their stubborn insistence, the feeling from before gains form and clarity. Something fated has been locked in stone.
somebody here is going to die tonight. Well, that's not good. I hope it's not her. He's old enough that I might just die of a heart attack. Gretchen would be sad. But I hope it's not her. If it's me, I can take it. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. Get out of the woods right now. If we don't, somebody's gonna die tonight. That's a bit much. But yeah, sure. We all need to get out of these woods right now. If we don't, somebody's gonna die tonight. Why even try to warn them? Fate is fate. There's no resisting it. You know that. Now what is that supposed to mean? You trying to threaten me? Yes? I don't know, it's just a weird feeling. I got some weird bad feeling. It's never wrong. Come on, don't these like old southern people tend to have those weird gut feelings that they rely on? I can feel it in my gut, you know? Or like my bones aching means the storm's coming. Are you trying to say you're psychic or something? Signs point to yes. I'm gonna call myself a psychic. Ask again later. That's kind of funny. That is a very funny answer, but it's a bit of a serious situation. You know what? Both of these are funny. Both of these are fun. Signs point to yes. Whoa, what am I thinking right now? Oh, hush. You ain't psychic. You're just trying to unsettle me. So I'll let y'all go off into the woods to film y'all little video. Sherry, I think you freaked Duke out enough for one evening. Maybe we should leave the poor man to his wild goose chase. He's gonna die. I'm not freaked out by your friend's theatrics. But if it gets you out of my hair, sure, I'm greatly disturbed. Now run along home and stay out of trouble. Okay, so he's gonna die. I mean, she's gonna turn around and go back, isn't she? Okay, this is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know a trail that'll let us get around him. Duke and his shotgun out there waiting to blow our heads off? That is true. Sure you don't want to, like, watch a movie instead? Rather go home and hang out, maybe watch a movie. While I understand your fears, Sherry, this is an opportunity for once-in-a-lifetime adventure. Seize it while you can. That's not why I'm worried. Aw, you don't have to worry about old Duke. He's been out- wait, I've been out tracking with him before. Man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. How's he gonna catch a mountain lion then? I'll say you almost got shot before. I always do a movie night later, but right now my viewers come first. They demand cryptids, and I am duty-bound to give them what they so crave. Isn't it about Duke something bad is gonna happen if we stay here? Under duress. I mean, I'll try and warn her. I don't want her to die. Or Gretchen. Like, real life me would totally go ahead regardless. Like, bad feeling be damned. I would still be the dumbass who, like, totally does it anyway. What? But, that's risky. We're gonna die. I don't want her to die. I'll keep trying to warn her. And about Duke. Something bad is gonna happen if we stay here. And you don't want to dip out now. The sun's about to set. Things are just about to get good. I know it. I'm gonna get shot. Why do I sense it? Tired and low. Why are you so pushy? Aw, I don't want to be mean to her. This is nice, but I don't actually want to chicken out. Like, fine. I'll say I'll stick around for the sunset. It's a bad idea, but I'll say it. Sure, I guess I'll stick around for sunset. Great. Promise it'll be chill. Makes you feel any better? Not much usually happens on these hikes. I'll probably just head home pretty soon after it gets dark. Duke will never know we're here. The great overlook just after the path. Start there.
I'm glad my Stella won't be alone out there tonight. Woods don't feel as safe as they used to. Yeah, you don't say, Gretchen. Path in the woods. Go on an adventure with your new friend. That's great. It's a path in the woods for the achievement. It's a Slay the Princess reference. Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? Hands you the camera. Takes position. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Sherry, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountain, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back in once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. Bruh. And keep digging, Gretches. Sorry, keep digging, Gretches. I can take that camera off your hands now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all this gorgeous scenery. Mystical. Duke may be gone, but that feeling in your gut still lingers. Something terrible awaits you. Something unavoidable. Though what exactly is wrong, it still eludes you. There's something wrong here. Wrong in the air. It feels oppressive. Dark. You don't happen to mean stinky, do you? Think you're smelling the skunk ape? No, more like a skunk? Metaphorically oppressive and dark. I feel like I'd remain silent there, but... You know, sure. You don't have to be so shy, you know. I wouldn't worry too much if I were you. My gut usually warns me if I'm gonna run into something terrible, and I feel A-okay. Sorry, but I trust my psychic senses more than your gut. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. I know, skunk ape's found us. Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. I kinda love that. So hi, welcome back. Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. No need to terms. I can't read. No need to come to terms with your own mortality just yet. That's just the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about big scary predators like us. Let's check it out. Someone's gonna die. And the fact that this feeling is following me and Stella, I'm really worried it's her. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating in the woods, she reaches for a flashlight. Can you hear the sweet whispers of new growth? Single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. The acorn becomes the oak, becomes the rich rock that swallows the acorn. The cycle that is stretched, and not the cycle that is broken. Oh right, I can speak to animals, that's why I can hear you. But you are not doing good, my friend. A deer, and there's something uncouthly... A deer, and there is something uncouthly fake and vile to its odors. Let me at him. How dare he infringe upon my dear Stella's personal space? Let me at him. Fake and vile. I mean, I'd have thought it was sick, but a little freaky. Your souring husk will feed the upcoming world. This is good. And then it's gone. Okay, freaky ass deer. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. Oh my, it seems I was consumed by my blinding rage. How very unladylike. What must you think of me? She cannot handle deer. That was a weird deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato. They don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? I think that deer was threatening us. Or warning us? I think it was just sick. The thing on its face, I bet it was an abscess. Maybe a tumor. Not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. There's not much we can do about it. It was a bit more than that. It was dripping from the mouth and saying fucking eldritch curses at us or some shit. To be fair, it wasn't really an eldritch curse. It was about like the cycle of life and, you know, food chain. But still, kind of threatening. Why do you bring Gretchen with you? I think that's pretty obvious. For the hunt, it's never too late to turn back. No, let's just be silent. You remain silent. Hey, are you hungry? Now seems like a great time for a snack break. Extra M&Ms. Do you have peanuts in there? Because I'm allergic to peanuts. Are these peanuts? Settle down to rest. Like, trail mix normally has peanuts. I don't know what that is. This kind of looks like... Settle down to rest. Stella breaks some in a bag of assorted snacks. Unfortunately, it looks like there's peanuts in the trail mix. Explore. I'm allergic to peanuts. Oh, I'm actually allergic to peanuts. I'm surprised how often peanuts are coming up. They're like, I go my entire life barely ever interacting with peanuts in real life. And we've like had 3 different peanut occurrences in the span of like 1 day. Oh, yikes, I'm so sorry. There are only peanuts in the trail mix, but I totally get it if anything in my backpack makes... If any... I need to read this sentence. I totally get it if everything being in my backpack makes it all off limits. Right. Okay. There are only peanuts in the trail mix, but I totally get it if everything being in my backpack makes it all off limits. I'll be sure to keep that in mind next time. I should probably play it safe, take a snack bar, take dried apricot. I'll take the apricots. They're in a separate bag. I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, the trail mix has peanuts in, but it's totally, like, sealed off. And that's in a sealed bag. So is that. Probably fine. There's no peanuts in there. I mean, she might have touched them, but I think it's just a bag that's been bought fresh. I don't think she's, like, handled peanuts and then handled... whatever. Maybe she has. They're in a zippy bag. What is this? Sesame sticks? I don't know what that is. I'll just try the apricots. Maybe I'll have an anaphylactic shock and we'll go home without dying. Or maybe I'll be the person who dies and it'll be the peanuts. Handful of dried apricots. You know, I tried these myself. Gina gave me a bunch of apricots. I had no idea what I was supposed to do with apricots and they were starting to go bad, so I panicked and threw them in the oven. Now she keeps giving me more. Please take as many as you can eat. I've had so many that I can't even taste them. Excuse me? Excuse me? Who the fuck do you think you are? Excuse me? You're reminding me a little of a certain long quiet. So what's in my hand? It's like a severed hand. Like a corpse hand. With a bone sticking out. It's weird. You know, last time my hand was weird, I was some sort of weird god bird thing with wings, and my eyes look like that. You and Stella settled down on an overlook, snacks in hand as the quiet sounds of an evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws on a stick, distracted for the time being. I don't like that you're distracted when that's there. So, tell me what it's like in Whitby. Do you have a house, an apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? I live in another country, apparently. I wonder what it's like to be Sherry. Oh, I love her. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chad. I'm gonna go out hiking with a cute girl. But we can only go in the morning. No sunsets, little nights beneath the stars. At least not soon. And that's so sad. Why do you want to know? Alone in a dingy studio apartment? Closet in a house with 10 roommates. Doorless basement that floods whenever it rains. Jesus. Apartment with a difficult roommate. shed in someone's yard. I live in an internet cafe. Ooh. I could be like basically homeless. That's interesting. I mean, I feel like this is the most realistic one. I do kind of like the basement, but that. Do I be homeless? I don't think I'd be homeless on my first run. I think I go for the dingy studio apartment. I live alone in a dingy studio apartment, and I love it, and it's a mixed bag, and I hate it. It's a mixed bag. I think I'd enjoy it. I think I'd like having my own place and making it my own, and I'm pretty cool with a studio apartment. But like, I feel like I love it is a little too extreme. I think it's a mixed bag. First it was kind of nice to finally have a space that was just mine, but now it feels cramped. It's like I'm stuck in a closet alone. No one could come let me out, because I chose this for myself. As far as they know, I'm happy being there. The lights flicker, the toilet's constantly getting back up. The landlady upstairs keeps flushing her cat's litter. Smells like cigarettes for some reason, and it's home to an extremely durable population of roaches. And I can hear them all speak when I sleep at night. You're fair, yeah, that is a mixed bag, that really is. But I guess it's home. I do what I can to spruce up the place. Got a plan. You know how they say living things are supposed to brighten up a room? When you put it like that, I wonder if staying in that old mansion is a step up or a step down for you. Maybe just a step sideways? Have you tried looking for a different place or maybe finding a roommate? What if you were my roommate, Stella? What if I just move in with you, you know? Sorry, it's the first date, I should not suggest moving in. However, the U-Haul lesbian in me. There's gotta be something better out there for you. Maybe that. Saving for something better. Oh yeah? So, what do you do for a living? Build programming ads for a company nobody's ever heard of? Build arts and crafts on Etsy? That's cute. What's your associate at a big law firm? Yeah. I'm a streamer! I'm literally streaming right now. I feel like I have to pick it. But we're doing like the gothy witchy one. But also she's a YouTuber. And I'm a streamer? In the service industry. Like this feels the most witchy. Okay. I know we chose the name Sherry, but we're playing the goth witchy character who's like got like mystical senses and talks to animals. We're gonna do witchy shit, right? We're gonna do witchy shit. I know it makes sense to pick I'm a streamer while I'm literally streaming, but I sell arts and crafts on Etsy. I have an Etsy store where I sell assorted arts and crafts. Sometimes I'll do commissions, sometimes I'll just sort of find something on the street, fix it up with a quirky design, like giving something a mustache, or painting it to look like a bee. Aw. So you're an artist, and you upcycle. Nice. Yeah, that's cute. I really love what I do. Used to be nice, but now I don't. I love it. Most people I meet tend to raise an eyebrow when I tell them what I do, but you know what? I love it. Might not be much, but it's empowering to feel like I'm taking control of my own destiny. Believe me, I can relate. I don't think I'd give up on what I do for anything. A crisp breeze passes over you. I don't like that the eyes are still staring, but at least they're just staring and not doing anything else. What about you? What's your story? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-grandfather built that house. Must have done a great job, because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Do you live alone? Well, with Gretchen, but... You live alone there? Yeah. The place used to belong to my parents, but they're not around anymore. The holler is a small enough place that other folks don't need roommates.
Oh, because they're dead? Question mark? That's a bit much.
I'll say sorry. Oh jeez, I'm so sorry. Okay, you didn't know. I've done my morning, but you don't have to watch your tongue around me or anything. Life goes on. What are they like? Did you get along? They're amazing. They're the nicest people you'd ever meet. Interesting too. Dad was a bit of a regional legend among hunters and trappers. He's always out in the woods on the trail or something. And then we certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn to fend for himself since his family didn't have much growing up. He always made sure I had food, and then I knew how to get it if I ever found myself too far from a grocery store. He'd make us a pretty good salad with just what's in this clearing if I had to, but wouldn't exactly taste great. Mom was the local vet. A lady all the farms in the country knew. Their animals were in need of. Gretchen's kind of staring. Even the smallest mouse would get the proper care in her hands. I'm sure most of the reason Gretchen is here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So yeah, those are my parents. Aw, you got nice parents? Ella.
Why do I keep getting this option? I keep getting to say, like, Jesus Christ, there's some mean options, by the way. Like, I guess we're both members of the Dead Mom Club. I mean, here it feels less mean. It's less recent, she's already processed it and everything. And she said I don't need to watch my, like, tongue around her or anything. And it's like, she doesn't seem like she talk about things, so. I don't know, that's nicer, but like that one, kind of funny. Kind of funny when it's in a context that isn't to someone who is actively mourning, you know?
I'll say this one. It's nice and I want to flirt with her. My mom died pretty recently, so I get it. Alright, if you ever need to talk about things. Aw, thanks, Sherry. It's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? I don't know what to say here. Because I think my real life answer would be this one. But in game, we're supposed to be a Scarlet. Yeah. Terribly, to be honest. It wasn't a quick death, it took years. I find that it was almost a relief when it finally happened. But then it sank in that she was really gone. It's utterly alone. And the hospital bills started to come in, so yeah, not taking it well. I can't even imagine how bad that must be. Just salt in the wound at that point. My stars, what was that? Showtime. Whatever lurks behind the tree line is something best left unseen. But the events of this evening were already set in motion, long before you stepped foot in Scarlet Hollow. There's no turning back now. Oh, this isn't gonna be good. Something terrible out there, Stella. Whatever it is, it's close. Here, watch Gretchen for a moment while I check this out. You're gonna die, Stella, and I'm gonna be really upset. You and Stella aimed towards the tree line. She shines her flashlight in the woods. Do stay close, Sheriff. I wouldn't want any harm to befall you. Chicken, question mark? I see it. I see it. It's sweet and kind, a bed of flowers, a nice wind, a gentle gardener. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. Oh, what was that? What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. It must... 2, 3 feet tall? It's not hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. I didn't really see it very well. Whatever it is, it has to be one of Duke's chicken. It has one of Duke's chicken. Looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. What have you gotten me into? Or did we have to? Now's not the time to hesitate. We're catching this thing, we gotta go now. Like, honestly, in real life, I would totally be down. I'd be, like, pretty fearless about this, to be honest. I'd just be like, hell yeah, let's go. But, when I'm having, like, mystical feelings telling me someone's gonna die, I feel like I should trust them. And I feel more hesitant. It's less like, oh, I'm scared, and more of like, hey, I know something's gonna happen. But hey, no choice but to run after her, Gretchen sadly pulling you along by a leash. Ah. Okay, that chicken's not right. Stella! Ow. Monsters got you, you're gonna die out here. Yeah, the monsters got you first. Yeah, how do I? No, just gonna ask if she's okay. You okay? Yeah, I'm alright. Just tripped on something weird. Just like my Stella to get overexcited and lose track of herself. No, that poor thing, it must have been one of Duke's. New beginning, I'm going home, I'm going home, I'm going home! Oh Jesus, it's still alive. I guess we have to roll the camera. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, but she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but definitely seems to be some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Jeez, I hope I don't get demonetized for this one. Wait, do you hear that? I know that smell. It's old Duke.
Stella, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go on home? Birdie? Birdie, oh no, what's happened to you, sweetheart?
Duke, we just found her like this. I think there's something seriously wrong with her. She smells terrible, nothing like an— oh, sorry. She smells terrible, nothing like an animal at all. Just like that deer. I can barely even smell the woods anymore. It's all that uncanny plastic stench. That's weird. Uncanny plastic stench. Weird growths. Fucked up animals that might not be animal.
Jesus H. Christ.
Mystical and talk to animals. Things all these animals have been saying tonight. Like they've been going through some kind of religious experience. Doing something wrong. Yeah. Fusion. Take a menu option that requires 2 traits. Things all these animals have been saying tonight. Like they're going through some sort of religious experience.
The hell are you on about? What a hard thing to witness.
Like they've all gone mad. If this happens to me, I wouldn't want to live like that. You're joking about being able to talk to Gretchen earlier. You're still joking, right? Should maybe talk more about that later. Duke, we saw the thing that got hold. Or examine the chicken. I'm gonna examine it. You stoop down to look at the chicken. It's like it's got an egg on it. Oh, it's weird. There's something in it. Don't let Gretchen get too close. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. I don't think she's gonna take a bite of this. I would never. Something about this bird doesn't smell right. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She squirms against her harness. The grow. Good God. At first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. And it's stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath.
She could still get better. Maybe she just needs that thing to pop and she'll be right as rain in a couple days. Happened to me once, and it was not so much as a scar these days.
I don't know, it kind of looks like there's something in there.
It smells like it should be buried somewhere deep. My senses scream out that this is an abomination. Oh, Stella, please don't get too close.
Can you hear the birth that dwells within me? Can you hear the way it roars and thunders? It's poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate. Can't hide from me. I can see you. I can smell you. Sick, sick creature. Examine the wing. The wing is barely still attached. That seems to be the least of the chicken's concerns. The old becomes the new. I've never flown, but now I soar. Whatever got a hold of her, busted her wing up too, little bastard. Yeah, what a bastard. Having investigated to your heart's content, you step back and give the bird space. She's become an egg? That's a weird one. That's not how chickens work. I guess you mean like in terms of a parasite. You know what, fine. I think she's become an egg. One of those things is gonna pop out of her. What a horrid thought. No, I refuse to entertain that notion. She ain't some kind of incubator. She just needs that thing drained. Maybe some antibiotics, that's all. Duke, we saw the thing that got a hold of her. Got it on camera too. I don't know what it is yet. A gnome or something? Really? It was like kind of not at all like a gnome. Why is your first thought a gnome, Stella? You know there ain't such a thing. Not of this world, it's not of this world, that's for certain. What a disgusting thing it was. Unappetizing in every sense of the word. I don't think it's a mountain lion that's been getting at your chicken. I think we should put her down. Just like that deer. Yeah, that's true. Just like that deer. Deer? What deer? We ran into one earlier. It had growth just like Birdie. As you, Duke, and Stella take stock of the situation, a sound begins to wrap around you. Gently at first, barely a whisper. We should step into the light. But then a guttural moan, and then another and another, until suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery. There's something out there, all around us. I can smell it. There's so many of them. You hear that? So many voices, and all of them telling us to leave. Shit, they are. This place is cursed. Get away from here. Get out of here. Get out. Get out of here. This place is cursed. Never return. Never return. Yeah! So many voices, and all of them telling us to leave. Oh yes, yes, I hear that. But are they really saying something? I can't make anything out. I can definitely make it out. Starts filming again. Come on, Bertie, let's get you home. As Duke scoops up the injured Bertie, the voices in the trees intensify. Like you're all suddenly surrounded. Strange sounds. Coming closer. Growing bolder. What in the hell is that? Gardeners come to mend and nurture. Let me blossom and sprout. Let me become. Feel a tightening in the leash pulling at you from behind. Don't you step another foot closer. Oh, shoot. Don't think I won't. I don't know if these ones are hostile. They're warning me. They're telling me to leave. Fucking Jesus. Okay, dude. The man hesitates and the thing steps forward, fixing its eyes on what seemed to be Bertie, tucked under Duke's arm. I think you need to give up Bertie and leave. Stella, there's another one. The leash is fully drawn taut. And then there is a sudden looseness. And Stella turned just in time to see another of the creatures slithering out from the bush. Oh my god! What's going on over there? As Duke glances back, everything seems to happen at once. A patter of unnatural feet and then chaos. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Bertie with an oddly jointed limb, while Stella shares in shocked silence, as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness. I guess this is where something's gonna die, but the choice is Birdie or Gretchen, and Birdie's already infected, and we like Gretchen. I don't know if I don't know if Duke will die, but like, I want to save Gretchen if it's giving me a choice. Shit, get your grabby little hands off my bird. Get the thing away from Gretchen, 100%. That one's really aggressive. But this thing wants the chicken. It doesn't want him, it wants the chicken. Gretchen. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. Oh, Sharon, my hero! You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispering tones sliding out, alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there is a deafening blast of Duke's shotgun. Suddenly, it is gone. Duke? Blood, my heavens, I smell blood! Oh. Oh no. Poor trigger discipline, an unfortunate accident is the achievement. Oh my god, what do we do? Okay, first things first, I'll grab Gretchen. There. Step 1 is down. Gretchen is safe. Great. Okay, step 2. What is step 2? Holy shit. What the fuck? We call the cops. That's what I would want, revenge. No. Why didn't you do something? You just stood there filming. What's wrong? Don't blame her. Just definitely don't say either of those two. That's so mean. And that's a terrible idea. We get the fuck out. We call the cops. We get the fuck out. It's one of these two. Calling the cops is pretty obvious, but how are we going to explain weird fucking creatures of the night came in and did this? And he like either shot himself or got shot by a fucking creature. We're going to look like murderers. Okay. We take some deep breaths, collect ourselves. I mean, I'm totally acting calm and rational. Did you record it? That's a great question. I think she did, yeah. Like, based on the dialogue option saying she was just stood there filming. No fingerprints? Yeah, but like, you're gonna say he blew his own head off. Now, step 2 is we chase after those things and get as much footage as we can. It's the only way anyone will believe us about what happened. No, it is not. No, we leave. They were fucking yelling at us to leave. And then they attacked, and one guy gets killed, and Gretchen's nearly fucking stolen. We fucking leave is the answer. We owe it to Duke? We do not owe it to Duke. We owe it to ourselves to get the fuck out. You froze. You got... and pulled... No. I have to get out of here. You nuts? The man is dead, Stella. Yeah, it's gotta be one of these two. I have to get out of here. Okay, let's go. Yeah, leave and never return. You and Stella quickly make your way back through the woods. The unearthly whispers of creatures unknown once again surround you. We're leaving, okay? You got your wish, we're fucking leaving, you freaky little bastards. Ignore him. You say nothing, continuing forward with grim determination. We're almost there. You and Stella reach the main road, and the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. Sounds like they've stopped following us. I certainly can't smell that stench anymore. Check our reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. Oh, it's Tabitha. That makes sense. Where are you? 6 missed calls from Tabitha, and 13 text messages. Text her she needs to calm down. Tabitha seems worried. Been blowing up my phone. Didn't think she'd be so needy. Think I'm in trouble. I'm gonna call her. Try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. Text her that you're okay. Your message sits unread. Tabitha's been blowing up my phone. Yikes. Tabitha's been blowing up my phone. She must be worried about you. But first things first, let's call the police. Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello? Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up in the mountain on the Asgina Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. Happened right in front of us. There's something in these woods. Okay, yeah. I think we're okay, but hurry, Jesus, Earl. Who's gonna tell Bo? Guess now we wait. It takes a little while, but eventually the patrol car arrives on the scene. Out of it walk two officers. Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night. See? Right there! A thing jumps out the woods, and then the shotgun goes off.
What in the Sam Hill? What is that? Some kind of Pillsbury doughboy?
Could have been a naked maniac. No, there's more than one. They chased us through the woods. Whatever they aren't human. And they killed Duke.
Uh-huh.
Now we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond. Don't mind. This is evidence. But okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Here you go, Deputy Franklin.
We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Please, call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you in. Who are you exactly?
That's Sherry. Came into town today for the funeral.
Sherry? As in...
Tabitha's cousin, yeah.
Damn, didn't think you'd actually show. We'll escort you both back to town. There's a naked maniac on the loose. It's best you don't walk back on your own.
Wasn't it? Never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things could be out there could attack someone else.
Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke is going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning.
We only have a skeleton crew at the moment.
Monday night's a Deputy Derrickson's bowling night. We'll be on alert if any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait.
Now, if you kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. We have to ride back with you. We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist. For your own safety.
Stella sighs. Hey, thank you.
Come right up front with me, Lily. Your mama.
But what about Stella? She hates being in those wheeled contraptions. Girl, you can hold Gretchen back to town. It's fine, Stella. You can hold me. The cops usher you and Stella into the back of their squad car.
You are just the cutest thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are.
Sheriff Hugby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately. She remains wholly focused on Stella, a worried look across her little pug face as Hugby scratches behind her ear. Stella stares out the window, oddly quiet.
Oh, my poor Stella. Neither one of us like these awful metal beasts. If only I was able to comfort her. Confound this old man who reeks of coffee for keeping us apart.
Hey, Stella, you good? She doesn't respond. Place a comforting hand on her shoulder. You reach out and rest your palm gently on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at her. You can feel some of her tension ease. You can hear her let out a self-soothing sigh. Guess we just saw a man die. I don't know what to say either.
Looks to me like she got about a car sickness.
Must be why she thought walking home sounded like such a good idea.
Guess whatever y'all saw out in the woods wasn't as bad as an upset tummy. I'm sure she'll be right as rain once we get down there. Oh, she'd best try not to hurl in the meantime. Wouldn't want Franklin here to have to work late night cleaning the SWAT car. Oh my god. Wouldn't want Franklin here to have to work late cleaning the squad car. We're only a few minutes away now. You better keep it together until then.
Soon, the rumble of gravel beneath your tires gives way to an uneven pavement, and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage.
You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep.
Can I stay at yours? I'm like kind of far from the big ass house now. And it's the middle of the night, and we both witnessed someone die. What's with the screaming pig?
And you, whatever your name was.
IP Freely? Fox Mulder? Is Variona still here by any chance? Variona, are you here? There's Fox Mulder as an option. It's Sherry. Sherry.
Sure, you're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on her for us. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. You have a good night now.
Bye-bye, Gretchy.
Y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know who. Oh my god! If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch.
And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight. And Gretchen. Holy shit. Why on earth did you want to walk home? That's a fair question. I've just had bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting in them unless it's literally a question of life or death. I wonder if her parents died in a car crash. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. Keep an eye on me? Are they for real? Don't seem surprised. How are you holding up, sweetheart? I holding up? I mean, not great, but I'm more worried about you. I can't believe they just implied you're a suspect, even after they showed them all that footage. It's okay, I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you. No will I, though I have a little understanding of police work. I don't like the screaming. I was there, I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're gonna do a little investigating of our own. Oh god. Gotta find out more about those things. We can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them. There's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never come across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have useful information. Friend's mom. Our place isn't far. We should head over now before it gets any later. I was thinking we should, like, go in your house and sleep and deal with this in the morning. Keep this nightmare going. Checking on Tabitha. Silently follow. You're not sure. Keep the nightmare going. You're right, pal. Seems like you might be losing it a little. All the more reason to visit my friend's mom. I always leave her place feeling lighter. Come on, she's just down this way. I'm glad you're sticking it out with her. It's always nice to have an extra companion. I do wonder what would have happened if I said no to joining her in the woods. Like, I assume I'd have met someone entirely different and had an entirely different night. Or maybe gone back home and dealt with Tabitha. Did I choose a path that led me on an entirely different storyline to the rest of the game? Like, if you choose to go to the woods, you got weird fucking aliens trying to kidnap you and killing a guy in front of you. And if you go to the house, you got, like, something entirely different. Because that's interesting. Hope she's still awake. Something foul creeping up behind us. Sherry. Fuck no. Excuse me? I miss Dustin. I also miss Dustin. I don't like Gretchen going, there's something terrible walking up behind us. And I like something creepy saying my name even less. Jesus. Hi. How are you doing? You and Stella turned to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Welcome home. You're finally where you're meant to be. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who's this? Hi, Miss Forsyth. Do I have foresight? Because for some reason, like, the name Forsyth was, like, in my brain before she said it. What the fuck is going on today? This is Sherry. Is it okay if we come in? You and Mrs. Forsyth briefly lock eyes. She's impenetrable, and you feel small and almost naked in her presence. There is something about her that is far beyond you, but you feel no threat, no malice. She's also psychic. And then the moment passes, and you see only the woman before you. Of course, you're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Okay, something's up. Something's up. I'm sorry, weird freaky dead man just said my name. And then I know this woman's name before she says it. And her name is Sybil. Let me just her name is Sybil. One more time for the people who couldn't see. Her name is Sybil. Okay, sure. You know, why not at this point? Why not? Seems freaky. You're an adult now, after all. Welcome to my little nook. Oh, you're so witchy. I love it. Tease life. All the plants and the freaking... Well, God, you're a herbalist. You're a green witch, aren't you? Or maybe you're like a kitchen witch. You did mention tea, and a lot of these are herbs. This place always has the loveliest aroma. Speaking of, I should light an incense. Should we do that? Shall I light an incense? You know, let's get a witchy up in here. If we're gonna be witchy, we gotta be witchy. Let me do that. Don't mind me cracking. Alright, go grab me incense. Alright, I'm gonna choke myself out on friggin' incense in a tiny room. But it'll be fine. Definitely not already strained voice or anything. Alright, here we go. Why am I turning into an old lady? Alright, here we go. Okay, 1 incense. Ba-ba-ba-ba. And I'm gonna put it in my little holder. There we go. Just nicely place that back down where it belongs. Right about there's good. And hopefully not start a fire. Get that out of the way. Sometimes takes a bit to get it burning, but I think that's gone. Or maybe not. Let's reduce. There we go. That's burning. That's burning a little too much, actually, but it'll settle down. There we go. Perfect. Now our extra witchy for a cool witchy person's house. They love old lady witch. They know the most, you know? They're always so knowledgeable, so wise. They've, like, spent so many years doing witchy shit. And, like, you know, they've been able to be, like, maiden, mother, and crone. Here I am, only a little maiden. And they've already done all three. Crazy. They know way more than me. They're so smart. They're so powerful. It's great. Old people are great. There we go. Okay. Now it is nice and smelly in here. For the immersion. Okay, folks. Nice to finally meet you, Sherry. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul. She's been sorely missed in the holler, and now poor Pearl Ann is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're down. Can I hang out in your cool witchy house? Who's that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. I never met Perla. You know my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely... You should come by sometime and delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. How'd you know she died? Oh, Pearl Ann was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I wouldn't be fearful of, bless her heart. I think she felt it. I guess we need your help. We need your help. Ah, yes, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? Go on. Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh my lord, have you contacted the police? Yes, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things are out there, I don't even know how to describe them. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls a memory card out from a sleeve and pops it into a phone. I'm about to just let the police hold on to this. At least not before we had a chance to make a copy. Smooth. We're gonna be mad. What's wrong with holding up? Smooth. Cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. Exactly. I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now, we can examine the footage. Where was this? Up the mountain in the northwest. In the town limits? Yeah. Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. Kanika? Are we seeing Kanika? You better come with, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than our nosy mother. Ooh. I like the dagger. It's like the pristine blade, except it's wheelie. Also very cool stuff. Look at that. That's like my hand. Look at it. Look at it. It's like my hand. It's got the bones sticking out and everything. And the claws. Like bat, cool butterfly or moth. It's pretty cool. I like it. I can already tell I'm gonna like this person. Also the old childhood stickers that haven't quite gone away. What, Mom? Oh, hey, Stella. She's a little, curvy. Okay, interesting. Gretchen, who's a good potato? Kanika, is it me? Am I the good potato? I most certainly hope I am. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house? Not in the mood to introduce myself, damn. And something terrible happened. This is Sherry, Tabitha's cousin. She's right, it's serious, Kanika. Duke's dead. We caught it on camera. Jesus Christ. Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. There's more to that footage than Mr. Calloway's timely demise. Okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Oh, I wanted to see her cool witchy-ass room. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? This is far beyond my ability to contribute. I'll leave the thinking to you human. God, she really is curvy. Look at her. Jesus. Okay. I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Sherry and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Look, are you okay? I'm fine, really. I'm okay. Oof. I'm okay. I'm fine too, thanks for asking. Well, I'm not fine. Well, I'm not fine. Remain silent. You remain silent. Poor Duke. Poor Beau. Has anyone told him yet? Talk to the police. I hope they told Beau, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in a hurry to do it. I can call him later tonight. For now, we need... Wait. But for now, we need to But for now, we have something much... Fuck's sake. I need to read the sentence before I say it. Curvy or Kirby? You know? But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. What happened in the woods? We weren't supposed to see any of that. Not wrong. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. Mom, come on. Whatever it's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Sherry with this Tilipo crap? I don't know what that means. Let me just again do you understand now? Anika, sweetie, let your mother talk. She always said they never hurt people despite that grisly scene in the woods. Yeah, I mean, he like got hit by his own shotgun. They did try to steal Gretchen, but like they were reaching for the chicken, not for the guy. And I don't know what they were gonna do with Gretchen. Maybe they don't like animals. Maybe they hurt animals. Maybe they'd have infected her. But apparently they were like the gardeners or like the harvesters. The Duke is dead. Yeah, well, he was trying to shoot it and he was holding on to what they wanted and he had a shotgun and the shotgun went off. It's not like they actively killed him. They more just like had a tussle and a shotgun blasted him. Damn, that dog is the cutest ugly thing you've seen in your life. That's Gretchen. They're very southern. Then, if these are ditchlings, his death was an accident. Or my grandmother was wrong. And she was very rarely wrong. Just as birds flock before storm, ditchlings congregate where tragedy fall. Jesus, Mom, haven't they been through enough? Okay, Kanika, this is helpful. I don't know if it is. Okay, let's focus on what we do know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. We saw the chicken in our video. What was that growth? The ditchlings were here for Duke. No, they were here for the... Yeah, they were clearly warning us. Last night we're going through some sort of religious experience. Kind of both. They were clearly warning us. Like, both of these are good. And it's not an explore. I mean, this one feels like it says a lot, but this one. I have to agree with Sybil. I could clearly hear them telling us this place is cursed and to get out while we still can. Please don't. But are you serious? I couldn't make out anything. They all just garbled whispering to me. How interesting. Are you sure you're not just subconsciously rewriting your memories to match my mom's theory? Even if we were to assume for a moment that you and my mom are right, I'd still want to know what they're doing in the woods. Maybe what we're seeing here is some sort of parasitic larval state. Like they're really big wasps or something. Honestly, that would be worse than them being supernatural. Oh dear, I've forgotten entirely about the tea I put on. Let me fix you a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I mean, the teapot was like exploding earlier, so. I don't know, it's getting late and I should let Sherry get some rest. I mean, I'd love to come home with you, but let's have tea. I ran a ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. Still wired. This is important. Miserable night finally ended. I'm tired as shit. I'm still wired. Okay, maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll scour around on my usual forums and see if anyone has any information on ditchlings. Is that what you call them? That's right. You go on home now. You try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea. Really does wonders to soothe the soul. Peppermint. Bye, Stella. See you tomorrow, okay? Call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see ya. Bye, Sherry. Can I come home with you, Sybil? Not Sybil, fucking... Stella. Sorry, we have Sherry, Sybil, and Stella, currently. We're like the S-gang. S-Club. It's excellent, ice or warm. Though with the nights getting chilly or warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. I don't want my bones to be awake, I'm gonna be real. Be careful out there, both of you. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. What an unfortunately short visit. Alrighty, let's call it a night. Mind walking me home? I would love to. Can I stay at your place? And here we are. Welcome to stay the night if you want. Hell yes, we're in, chat. We're in. How's a conniption? Hell yeah, sleepover. Terrified of being alone tonight. Hey, I'm terrified of seeing Tabitha. Thanks. I mean, I'm not, like, terrified, but hell yeah, sleepover feels a bit energetic for what's happened tonight. Silently nod. Silently nod. You silently nod. Awesome. If I'm being honest, not being alone tonight is a weight off my chest. It doesn't take long for Stella— oh, slumber party! End episode 1 at Stella's. It doesn't take long for Stella to fix up the guest room for you. While it's certainly smaller than its counterpart at the estate, it's far better cared for. Maybe I should just, like, live with Stella instead of the creepy old house that we specifically came here for. It is really funny how we, like, came here for a funeral to stay at, like, the old family home, and instead we're like, yeah, let's go out in the woods all night and then sleep at, like, this girl's house. And it seems like our plot is gonna focus around that. Like, I genuinely, I think if I had chose not to go to the woods with her, or I chickened out at some point, we'd have had an entirely different storyline. Like, straight up. I think, like, there's a story of, like, maybe, like, ghosts in the house or some shit, and then there's a story about these freaky things in the woods, and who knows what other stories are in here. And we chose the, like, things in the woods story. Like, I genuinely, I don't think they all are, like, super, well, they might tie together, but I don't think it's, like, the same story regardless. I think we're getting, like, a completely different story. At least that's the impression I'm getting. Because, like, I could have just said no. I could have not gone to the woods, I could have said no, I could have gone home, talked to Tabitha, dealt with shit in the mansion. And instead, I'm out in the woods, I've got ditchlings that I never would have fucking met if I hadn't gone out there. Someone's dead that maybe wouldn't have happened if I hadn't agreed to go out there. And now I'm staying at a completely different house for the night. And I haven't talked to Tabitha since this morning. So, like, I think we've just gone a completely different direction. and I'm kind of here for it. And that means that when I play this game again, I do my punk ass, like, fucking hot, or probably not hot. I'll probably choose, like, the strong and street smart one or something. But, like, when I choose that, boom, easy, you know? Maybe I will choose hot. Anyway. What did you miss? We talked to an old witch lady, and she told us they're called ditchlings, and they're not evil, they're just omens, which we kind of already knew. But, yeah. The boy got shot on accident because they wanted the chicken, and he kept holding the chicken, and he was trying to shoot it, and it was, like, hustling over the chicken, and somehow the shotgun went off, basically, is what we know. And, also, we fucking love Stella, and we're staying at her place. Cool. It's so exciting to have a guest. I can't remember the last time we had company. Make yourself at home. What do you make of all this? Who's that guy outside Sybil's? I felt like I could barely breathe until he left. Wayne? I haven't really got to know the guy. I think he works in the mine. Girl! He was covered in blood, with like ominous glowing eyes. Bro was clearly infected by whatever the hell had infected those animals. Bro is some, like, evil fucking... Well, he's maybe not evil. He's infected by that same bullshit. He was dangerous. Might be worth looking into him. What do you make of all that? Gosh, I don't even know where to begin. Those creatures are out there, and Duke's dead. Some of those things Sybil said were a little wild, but she is right, and they are an omen. Maybe we can change things? Stop whatever's brought them here before it happens? I don't think you can do that. I think omens are kind of inevitable. Like, if an omen shows up, whatever's gonna happen is going to happen. And, like, it did kind of tell us it's unavoidable. So. Poke around town. I'm with her. I'm like a fucking witchy mystic who was able to understand this shit more. I'm with her. Couldn't hurt to poke around town. I have the time. Agreed. Didn't have to do all that. Right? Don't have to worry about that. I'm glad the guest room is finally getting some use. Collapsing. I'm gonna try calling Tabitha. Probably try calling Tabitha. Right, she'd probably like to know you're not dead. Get some rest, Sherry. See you in the morning. I'm on the verge of passing out myself. What an exciting if terrible day. You pull out your phone and call your cousin. It rings for a moment before she picks up. Where the hell have you been? I called you back. As soon as I had reception. Did you? I didn't notice. Know anyone named Wayne? I employ over 100 people. I'm sure I know Wayne. Hang up on her? That's a bit rude. I watched a man die tonight. Met this girl in town and we hit it off. That's cute. That's cute, but also, like, I watched a man die tonight. Like, I feel like when you watch a man die tonight, you don't, like, you don't start off with, like, so I met this girl and we hit it off. I'm gonna start with I met this girl and we hit it off. Sorry, I met this girl in town and we wound up really hitting it off. Then we went on this night hike to find cryptid. So you met Stella. That explains everything. And she's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll collect you tomorrow. Aw, she hung up on me! From the comfort of Stella's guest bed, the events of the past evening seemed like something that happened to someone else. Though, you can still clearly picture you in those moments. For now, you're safe and warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters, and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world, have a relaxing week in the mountains with a new friend. It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. From behind closed doors, you can faintly hear, sounds of quiet sobs. Can I go talk to her? Can I go, like, hug her? I don't want to go to bed. I want to hug her. Damn, that art was so cool. I bet that's one of the, like, new additions to the game in the big update. That was so cool. Ditchling, finish episode 1. Finish episode 1 with Talk to Animals. Aw, didn't get to see it all. Let me check my... Talk to Animals is one of your traits. With Mystical is one of your traits. And Slumber Party. Cool. Interesting. So it is called Ditchling for finish episode 1. It's called Ditchling and it's got a picture of one of those guys. But like... Sorry, I just looked at the others. But like, I don't know if that's... Like, it seems like we wouldn't have had that path, right? If we chose not to go to the woods, surely none of that would have happened to us. But, like, it seems like that is the end of episode 1, and it does call them ditchlings and stuff. It, like... I don't know. Like, I would expect you say no to the going to the woods. You don't see any of that. And that it takes a totally different path, but the achievement implies otherwise. That's weird. Interesting. Well, I think it's about time we save. Please save your game now. Yep, that is what I did. You can do it again if you like. Yep, there you go. That's kind of weird. You have to save to continue next episode. Well, unfortunately, we will not be continuing right now. Because... Blah, 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 blah. Can I not quit to desktop? There it is, maybe. Sorry. There we go. So, this game is awesome. I love this game. That's so cool. I'm really looking forward to doing another run with completely different, like, perks or whatever. Using different options, not mystical and animals. Speaking of animals, I'm gonna do like a punk-ass run where I choose all the punky options and stuff. But like, I don't know if I'll do that on stream. I kind of want to because I think it's gonna be very different for a first run. But I also kind of just want to do it on my own time. So I'm not speaking like constantly at all times and ruining my voice. And also because I think it'd be nice to just have something to play half time and do that. So I may just start the run on my own time. I will not progress further in the story than I've already got in stream, I will say. Either I wait until I finish my current one and then start it on stream, or I do it off stream and I keep behind where we currently are. I will not be like finishing the game off stream or anything. So don't worry about that. Prefer this over the princess? I like both a lot. Now, I was informed that Scarlet Hollow is a bigger game with more choices and with a like really, really in-depth like relationship and branching path system. That Slay the Princess had a lot of choices, but it was kind of just like a big tree. This one apparently has like way more under the hood going on. Is far more like on a technical level. They've done a lot more apparently. And as for the story, it's pretty good. I'm enjoying the characters. And it's kind of interesting because it's not just you and the princess and the voices in your head, you know? Like, you're getting different characters. You're getting to kind of give more of a world than just a path in the woods in a cabin. But at the same time, I think I like Slay the Princess more. It feels like this is a little bit of your classic sort of campy, like, game horror, something spooky game. And like, don't get me wrong, that is not a bad thing by any means. I kind of love that. That's like what Night in the Woods was. And Night in the Woods is one of my favorite games of all time. But I think it's not a entirely unique concept, if that makes sense. Like, the story is certainly its own thing. Like, I'm not saying they've copied anyone, but I'm saying like the very concept of this game is not inherently unique. Whereas Slay the Princess was something far more unique, because like, who the fuck has done that before? I've never seen anything like Slay the Princess. I have seen things that are kind of similar to Scarlet Hollow. And again, that is not a knock on Scarlet Hollow. Like, I think, like, again, games like that have been my favorite of all time. And who knows, this might also be one of my favorite games of all time. But I just think, like, on just an inherent basis, one at least is doing something that I've never seen before, and I think that makes it very unique and interesting. And I think that's like a big factor for Slay the Princess, if that makes sense. But I really, really, really enjoyed this. This was so cool. I have no idea how many episodes there are, but we'll find out, I guess. But God, it was so cool. I love this game. I was so worried. I was so worried because I've been hyping this game up for a while, and I really love the devs. I love Slay the Princess. The devs are so cool. They're like really like they're very like active on social media, but in ways like that are a bit more personal. Like, it's not just corporate bullshit. They're very like, they put themselves out there, and I really love that, and they're so cool. So I've been hyping this game up, and then I was like, kind of in the back of my mind thinking like, what if this game is disappointing? What if I don't like it anywhere as much as like Slay the Princess? What if, you know, this is their earlier first game? What if it's not as good? You know, it's kind of the classic. You make a game, it's not that great. You do another game, it turns out better. But no, this shit rocks. This shit's so cool. Like, oh my god, this is fantastic. I love this game. The characters are great, the music's great, the art is pretty great. There's a couple ones where I can tell like, that was probably one of their original drawings compared to stuff which I assume is a newer drawing. So like, for example, the cutscene at the end I think was probably a newer addition, but like the guy on the bus at the start with his weird fucking void mouth was probably there from the start, I would imagine. Some of them definitely seem like they've improved their art style a little, and it's not like jarringly noticeable. It's not like I'm looking at it and going, that's a new one, blah blah, and all that. But I think there's definitely an improvement when it comes to the new ones, that maybe the old ones look a little bit different. But yeah, honestly, fantastic game. I'm so glad that it's living up to my expectations. Such a good game. Oh my god, I can't wait to play more. I have to wait an entire week to play more. I might just play it off stream. I might genuinely just start a new run off stream because we have multiple save slots. Look, we got plenty. We got 9 pages of save slots. And it even has the name on there, so if I use a different name, we're good. We're good. So I might do that. But yeah. You think this princess one is the same issue that Stanley Parable does? What's the issue that Stanley Parable? I'm interested. Elaborate. It feels like you're doing the same thing and nothing. I mean, kinda, but no. I don't fully understand that view because, like, Stanley Parable has tons of different paths and they can lead to entirely different things. Like, for example, like, living through, like, the skip button one where you're just, like, there vibing for, like, thousands of years as the room falls apart and the narrator gets so fucking distressed and depressed and then you end up walking in a desert. That, like, you don't get that by doing any other path. And there's a lot of stuff like that in there where, like, this is a completely different path that gives you entirely different content to what you otherwise would have had. And same as Slay the Princess, like, you choose one path, you get a freaky ass fucking eldritch horror monster that wants to, like, kill you. And you choose a different path, you have, like, the sweet lover, or, like, you get, like, a ghost who's actually really nice, or you get chained up and come think that there is one where you get chained up in a room and then thousands of years pass and you're finally outside in the barren wasteland. Weird. But yeah, and, like, Slay the Princess also does have an ending, like, as you progress. I will say, like, the do, like, X amount of paths and then the story ends isn't perhaps the best way they could have ended it. The final fight thing is good, don't get me wrong, but, like, it is kind of replaying it. I'm like, okay, I got, like, I don't know the exact number, but let's say hypothetically, you do 9 paths, and then the game just ends, and, like, you have to start the game again to do all the other paths, or reload an old save, and, like, I don't know. And it is just, like, go through, make choices, get to the end of each path, and that makes progress, as opposed to you, like, actively doing something there. But at the same time, I don't really have, like, it's not a real criticism of the game. It's not a huge issue. It's not something I hold against the game. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think things do change, and you are definitely making choices. I think it reflects those choices pretty well, but I don't know. You're entitled to your own opinion, of course. I just don't really see it that way. But yeah. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. This has been amazing. I love this game. I'm looking forward to playing it next weekend on Saturday. Other than that, Monday, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm hopefully gonna be streaming on Monday. Monday should probably be okay. I will be at work, but you know. Wednesday, I'll also be at work, but maybe I try to do repo again or something. I don't know. Also, speaking of repo, I might be on either Mika or Lively's stream. I don't know if either of them will be streaming, but if they are, I'll be on their stream. Probably somewhere around, like, 12 p.m. I'd imagine. Sorry, 12 p.m. What? 1 p.m. I would imagine playing repo. At least that's the plan. So maybe if they stream, I will see you there. Who knows? But yeah. Thank you all for coming, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Mwah. Now, my voice is kind of dying, so I'm gonna go rest. Bye-bye, everyone.